like he played a lot better than normal as well. So, and I mean, like we said, Freakazoid's been on a very good progression right now as of lately with their 5-map win streaks and things like that. So I'm thinking Freak's doing pretty good, all things considered. But yeah, I think Mirage is going to be really, really interesting, considering that, NRG, they do have oSee that's going to be the op, and this is going to be a bit of an opper's paradise in some degree, right? So, and it is going to be Mythic starting on the CT side. So we'll see how well they can hold off on the defense.
Well, we're not starting just yet. If you look at the information tabs, you will see what the issue is. Mix is the coach, not the player. And he is currently in the server as a player. So it seems like somebody from NRG isn't quite in as of yet. We have FaNg, we have Daps, we have Hex, we have oSee. So we are missing? Oh, we said Hexed. FaNg, yeah, we said that. oSee, yep, we said that. Brehze, we're missing Brehze. There we go. Fourth name on the list. I was going down it one at a time. So
you got there.
Maybe he's here. Maybe the graphic is just glitched for this round, because it looks like we are starting. It looks like there are 5 players on both teams. So yeah, just going to be a graphical issue. We are into the action, ladies and gentlemen. NRG on the T side to start things off on their own map pick. Mythic, the CT, hate's got a kit. And if there's one thing I want to see from Mythic going into this second map, it's Freakazoid playing with the team. Less alone, still aggressive, but with someone supporting. Truck Lover gets the information towards B as a player boosted on site to support, but what can they do? Player on Cat starts things off right. FaNg had a disappointing first map, but a solid start to the second, as do Freak and Truck. They shut out this B site take, leaving just the IGL up in apartments. No bomb, no kills to his name, and no Kevlar to give him that extra survivability. He's stuck in a corner, quite literally cowering at this stage. Daps might just take one with him, given the Glock at close range, but even that doesn't seem likely. Okay, maybe not. He does find one, but again, this is a round for Mythic. At this point, all but guaranteed.
Yeah, this is a really nice round that we saw from Mythic. The fact that, like you said, you were kind of criticizing, Freak. We want to see him being a little bit more with the team. He plays on the boost box. He's able to find himself a big double kill. And they were getting a little bit hungry, a little overzealous, right? And I can already picture Flom yelling at them like, let's get back, stop doing this. You're just giving him room, don't do it. So now making it harder for Daps. He's still got 37 seconds to work with, but look at the position he's in. He has to get the bomb, and he has to go against 4 different players in so many different angles. This is Mythic. If they throw this round away, I mean, this is just going to be them being careless. Daps just hoping for a consolation prize, finding maybe 1 more, 2 at best if he can. And now the time is dwindling a little bit more here. He's just toying with him here. Trying everything he can. He jumps in. He finally gets a little bit more groundwork. And Flom, he's not going to be able to get taken out. He survives with the 3 HP. And Mythic pull up a pretty decent pistol round.
A very prolonged end to the round. I'm very surprised that Daps lasted as long as he did. He had no Kevlar, as I mentioned. 1 or 2 shots to the body would have done it. But his fancy footwork did keep him alive. Did keep Mythic on their toes to the very bitter end. Doesn't buck the trend, though. Does not upset our expectations. Still a 1-0 start. Still no bomb plant. Still a glitched graphic. The curse continues. 5 for Mythic looks good. M4, 2 FAMASs, 2 MP9s. Decent utility. Kit on board just in case. It's an earful save for NRG as well. Upgraded pistol for FaNg. 2 flashes for Daps. And at this point, NRG just going for the straight bomb plant. The nade, though, exemplary. Combining for Flom to find 2. Truck Lover a 3rd. Daps the last in halls yet again, but this time he's flanked upon, not even required. Truck finds the kill. 2-0 start. Flom also coming out the gate swinging. I love to see that because he had a very disappointing first map.
He really did, and that's the thing though. Like, I mean, we were talking about that in the pre-show, and all the Flom fans. I mean, he is. I believe he's calling right now. Like, he's IGLing for Mythic right now. So, I mean, I can see on the stats, like, his flashes and utility work has definitely gone up a lot. So it looks like that he is trying to, steer the ship a little bit. So that always can affect the performance a little bit in some degree. So we'll have to see if he can be able to keep himself in a better stride, because he is sitting on the top right now with 3 with Truck and also Freak. And now we're going to see NRG. They're getting a bit more aggressive. It is a 5-on-5, like you said. The HUD is just unfortunately a little bit glitched with the coach situation that came in through. Cooper gets an easy frag. Money grabbed here too. So this is a great start for Mythic. They get this 5-on-4 now. A free AK investment. Flom's trying to be a little bit cheeky. Might be able to find somebody off guard if he's lucky. Oh, good grief.
How is he still alive?
What is going on? How is he still here?
How is he still kicking? He's on 11 HP, still surviving behind that smoke. Still finds Brehze before he falls. The flank from Freakazoid, incredibly timely. A lot of kills, though, came in the blink of an eye. And the issue is those kills favored NRG. Wait. Freak drops the smoke. Did he notice the bomb? It doesn't seem like it. It's still tucked away in the cubby, so he'll give it up. Daps and Hex are going to fight back into it. Does Freak know? I feel like he has to know, given its position, but playing 4D chess.
Yeah, he could be, because right now, because you can already see he's still pressing forward, and you can see that NRG are wasting a lot of time and utility to fight back for it, because obviously they're expecting him to be here. But now he's going to have a better position. And I mean, time is going to be dwindling a little bit here for NRG to make a decision. Freak and Connector needs to get this kill, but Hex does one better with the Galil. Oh man, you hate to see it. 46 HP, a combination for both players. And Freak just couldn't get it done. But now the money's out. Op's going to be placed here. Cooper's got locked and loaded. I need to see where Cooper goes for this round.
As well. The Op in hand could be a big difference maker. Lacking utility as well, so a lot resting on this Op for Cooper. He's going to go towards B, probably peek the apartments early on. There have been players here rather consistently, so it does make sense. Also doesn't likely have to directly challenge oSee either, so I like the call for Cooper. Brehze, though, is the one to open the round, finding the first. Brehze a second in towards Palace. Both players unseated. NRG now just racing towards A. There's only one player left. It's Freakazoid. He was the attempted clutch in the round prior. He now has to do it all on this A side. He's going to press in towards A main. Get information. He thinks they've abandoned it, though. He thinks it's a fake. It's not. He does peek in. He does find one, but one is not nearly enough given the situation. Hex gets the trade. Cooper and Truck have to try and pick up the pieces, and the issue is they're on the wrong side of the map. They're both towards B. FaNg is here to hold for rotations. At this point, Cooper is just going for exits from Catwalk.
Yeah, there's not going to be much here to expect from Mythic at all. They're going to try to keep these two guns and the utility and armor, everything here in combination. Yeah, this is not worth it. Unless Truck, I mean, he does pick up that one, right? But, I mean, you can see the comms are a little bit all over the place. Cooper kind of looks like he's debating it, but it's still a 2-on-3. The big advantage right now for NRG. I mean, if they can get some exits, that's going to be really nice just in terms of damaging that economy here for the T side. But if they lose another gun, that is just going to be terrifying right now for Mythic. So they need to make sure they put themselves in safe positions, and they are. You can see they're both from across from each other. I don't expect much to be lost here. But a tough situation for Mythic with how that round went. And again, they kind of do these solo plays. We saw that Hate tried to go in Palace, try to take down Brehze, but as soon as you lose that, you give up so much map control.
Terrorists win. Yes, you do. Bomb goes off. Players survive without a hitch for both teams. And once again, I'm going to say for everybody in chat, because it is being asked time and time again, not a 4 versus 5. It's a glitch. They added coaching slots to the servers. It's kind of messing with the HUD. Rolling with the punches. It's how North American goes. How North American broadcast always go. Going to be a save for Mythic. M4 for Truck. Op for Cooper. 2 saved weapons and 1 bot pistol behind them. The P250 for Flom. NRG's kind of going for the same. Actually, a lean towards A, in fact. Showing presence towards middle, but going for an outright A play. It makes sense. There's a stack, though. NRG getting a lot of control, but Flom is the one to open things up from the balcony. Brehze does get a trade via Hate, but Flom is still kicking on the site. Tapping away, he'll do some damage. Brehze will take him out. Freakazoid at range, good for 1. It's trades, it's scrappy, it's back and forth. It should not be this way, given the fact that it was a save for a majority of Mythic. Truck and Cooper, the last two, both have those rifles and both left in the 2 versus 2. Player and Connector spotted. Player and Connector dispatched. FaNg gone. Daps on a Mac 10 and up the creek without a paddle. Both players have rifles. Both players playing passively. Daps has to cross to get the bomb. It's exactly what Cooper wants.
Oh, that's actually pretty good movement too. Little parkour. Now it's a question if he's going to stick to this plant. Truck, he's jiggling this, and actually the plant comes in, but good timing in from Truck. But man, oh man, despite the bomb going down, NRG, they give up that round, and great work coming in from Truck and also Cooper. Again, Truck finding himself with a double. and Cooper, that perfect timing to get the op in the back. And the saved guns, they prevail, and now they put themselves back in a lead position. And the thing is NRG, I mean, historically as a team together with this core 5, I mean, their T side is their stronger side, a 59% win rate on it. So we're going to have to see a lot more coming out of them, you know, to feel a lot better about this first half.
It's very interesting. They find the time to commit to something at the worst possible moment. We saw the aggression on the CT side of Overpass against Pistols. We now see an early commitment and an early execute towards A, or against Pistols, and again it's a stack. A lot of unfortunate timings and misreads from NRG in this series thus far. Hopefully that it doesn't come to plague them throughout the tournament. Slower start, though, in this round. They still have that op. They have full rifles. NRG also still have a MAC-10 on DAPS, but they also have an op to rival the likes of Cooper.
Yeah, and already Freak has always burned all the utility he has. So theoretically, he should be the one player here. If they're going to try to make a play, it is a 5-on-5. You can see it on the top right of your screen, but he should be the one that's going to go for a big, you know, duel. He's the one that doesn't have much to give up anymore. He has the rifle and the M4, sure, but or the M4 and the armor, sure, but he doesn't have any utility. So right now, he should be a playmaker. Cooper posted up on a tight angle for Cat. Players are just underneath him, slipping by now. They're going to be able to boost into window and also do a split into connector. So Flom, you can see it. He's just kind of needing this timing. Luckily, Freak does find that opening now, seeing if he can find a little bit more, but he's taken out Flom. He might be able to surprise attack this. He hasn't made too much noise. Now Hate, all he has to do is be a distraction point for them. Bombs going down. Oh, this timing could be everything. It's a spam through the smoke, and he's able to find that one. Flom now needing to take down the op, but he does. NRG, they are getting stacked like pancakes right now, leaving it to Hex by himself to see what he can do. And Brehze, a 3-on-2.
Seems near impossible. Next. Trying to wait out time, trying to play through connector. Spammed, it doesn't quite connect. Does connect onto the wrong player, though. Defuse is stuck. Defuse is through. The last alive in Khan just has to save his weapon at this point. Mythic in the chaos, make it work. I really like the play from Flom, dropping window. Right at the perfect time to take up Freak. Always lost positioning. Very well done. That is what gets the round for Mythic. 4-2.
Yeah,
and the money from NRG is very lackluster.
It is, especially with the bomb plant coming in too. And like you said, I feel like Flom, again, he didn't have, like, you know, the craziest impact. I mean, he was able to find himself some decent kills there, but that timing was everything because they never would have expected someone to be that close. And he was able to take down oSee, which I think was so important because the AWP was out. So that threat was already removed. But even Hex, I mean, such a terrible position or situation to be in when you're in that position because the smoke, you get that frag, you're like, okay, I got the diffuser, but it was actually the person body blocking it. So either way, a bit of a tough one. Hate starts things off, and now Mythic loading up the kill feed a little bit more. Leaving with a nice shot coming in from the Deagle of oSee, bringing it back to a 4-on-3. FaNg getting close. Gonna be able to find one, maybe two. Yes, he will. And that's a dagger right there, FaNg. He's able to start things off, making it a lot more interesting. And the man advantage now has been switched here, Nate. It's gone to NRG.
And turned on its head. Truck lever trying to rotate in. We'll have to deal with FaNg, the man who opened up the round. It's a very awkward spot to be in between a rock and a hard place. So swing for one. Try to turn around in the nick of time, but just isn't quick enough. Hate. He's found a lot of impact from the ticket booth, but he has to have it all now. So 1 versus 2. Player down connector. Player towards firebox. Hate paranoid about a flank. It's not a flank. It's a player towards the firebox to be worried of. It's Brehze, the player who's into the glitched position number 11 to pick up the pieces. And NRG finally back onto the winner's column. Still trailing by 1, though. And as you mentioned, their favored side on this map is the T side.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, despite their lack of investment, they did a great job bringing it back. Despite, you know, Mythic starting the opening duels in their favor. And then NRG were able to just kind of, you know, slow things down a little bit, find some, you know, trades back. And they put themselves in such a better position. But Mythic now being on the CT side, giving up these rounds is so costly because look at what they're in now. I mean, they're all sitting at a very, you know, variety of cash. They have to just put the 5-7s and Deagles into this. Going through a 3-2, double player's going to be pushing into B halls. But it's Hex that should be able to clean things up a little bit. He's cooking something. Waiting, maybe expecting one more. Oh, he might get timing. This flash comes out. Truck just needs to get this pistol, but no, it's going to be Hex that does one better. Leaving it to a 5-on-3. Just going to bombard this site. No Deagle singing here. No pistols doing anything at all, and Hate. A tough situation to be in, Nate. I mean, he's got a USP with nothing, so really, he should be just going for it regardless, and there it is. We're back to a tie situation, just like that.
Clean one helps build that T-side economy as well. Makes them all the more difficult to topple. It means Mythic are going to have to win at least 2, maybe even 3 in a row to really leave a dent in NRG and send them back. Pistols. Mythic. Still a solid buy, though. Hates on an MP9. Concerning, but still workable, still manageable. You play under the balcony on A, or maybe up top, right outside of the halls, outside of Palace. Cooper, though, has his op to challenge the likes of oSee. It's actually on an AK rather than an op. There is good utility. Kit as well, if required. And Truck again pressuring in towards B halls. The Flames, guys, his press. He finds 2 for the price of 1. Does so much damage on the Daps as well. That nade might even finish him off. No, not quite. Still, quite the opening for Truck Lover. Again, going back, doing the exact same thing he did in the round prior. Flom on Catwalk, though, caught looking. FaNg again looking to be the answer. Looking to be the one to get them out of a prickly situation. Daps now as well, back and forth, leaving just Cooper towards empty pillar and alone. Taken out of the round, the last alive is Hate on a long flank. MP9 in hand and a lot against him. 3 to be exact. FaNg, Daps, and oSee. This doesn't feel like a possible round. He might just find a rifle here towards the back of apartments and save that rather than attempt the round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is where he's just kind of, hit a bit of a halt, and this is just to make sure if anybody comes towards him, he might be able to find something. Oh, a little bit of a pre-fire, too. Yeah, I should be able to escape with this gun in time. I think FaNg is going for the hunt right now. This could be... Oh, man, that's close. FaNg is definitely looking for him. But I was going to say Hate at a better angle. I thought he would have been able to have that duel, but FaNg does a great job. No save going to come back through, and now the money again. Kibosh, nothing really to work with here for Mythic. So they're just going to have to go for another pistol round. And we're going to have to see something a little bit more creative from them in this round number 10.
Feels like NRG have finally begun to stabilize once again in that later stage of the first half. Much like it was on Overpass. Mythic on pistols. Deagles can be scary, especially in truck sands.
Yeah, especially truck sands.
Yeah, but the advantage just, again, feels insurmountable. Suffocating even. Stack towards A yet again. We've seen this before. It did actually work with the 2 saved rifles, but surely NRG won't commit too early yet again.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Daps actually meant to throw the molly like that. I know it kind of dips down a little bit, but I mean, there's a nice way that you can get it underneath on balcony, and you can get that noise cue, just kind of flush a player out, but really slowing things down. Still a 5v5. And Mythic have put a lot of their bodies towards mid and A, so they have abandoned the B site, leaving it just open, and they're kind of going for a gamble. And this is a good call, considering that, like we said, they're on Deagles and pistols right now. So, I mean, they got to do something a little bit different. Another smoke going to come through window. Bit more of a distraction right now for Mythic to change up that positioning, and it actually does kind of bite them right now. You can see Cooper, he's already moving himself into a new position, now coming back. Slow execute coming in from NRG. It's a dry one. Not a lot of utility required for this one. Hex and Daps now, or Daps, sorry, able to start things off. And yeah, it's looking like a bit of a mop-up, and it's done. It's dusted, and that's a 6th is gained.
Truck did find something at least, but it's only 1 kill. Not nearly enough to make an impact on the T-side economy, especially not with the coin they've built up over these past couple rounds. Mythic feels like their last real attempt in this half. They have full M4s, they have utility, they have a kit. Enough to get across the line, but the individuals wake up. Cooper's been very quiet. Hate as well. Also been silent. Truck Lover's been the one real shining star pressuring in towards apartments, and isn't enough in this case. NRG win this round, probably win the second, or the final round in this half, I should say. That will put them at a very dominant 8-4 scoreline. oSee finally bringing the op to bear on this T side. But no one giving him an early fight towards middle.
Yeah, and this flash from 8, so they're going to actually try to go for mid control. So they're going to do a little bit of a late late pop onto this. The flash comes in. Players should be swinging out of cat and connector. But instead, they actually hold down. Another nade going to block off on the middle part of cat. FaNg just on the back. Oh, look at that. Oh, that jump spot Flom. I think he was getting information. He does get that spam. Last bullets of the chamber land. Now putting it a 5-on-4. It's not a 5-on-3 as you can see on the HUD. And right now, Mythic, they've been in a big advantage. We haven't seen them in this kind of a position in quite some time.
No, but 55 seconds left and no smoke. So actually 1 smoke and no Molotovs. These things are rather difficult. You can definitely still pull this off. It's going to be an A play. 1 player lurking towards B. So see this flank from Freakazoid though, totally unexpected. He spotted 2. He spotted the bomb. They know what the play is, and he'll unseat them all. Surely. 1 towards Sandwich. 1 still towards that shot. He'll take the shot, finally. Finding 1, buying time, dropping the bomb. Hate. Peeks off contact, finds the second. Player towards Sandwich is not long for this world. Hext is caught, and they know the last was lurking towards A. It'll be a late rotation for oSee. Up in hand, he'll find the first, but so many more to find, and only 12 seconds to do so. If he wants the round, he has to just rush in with reckless abandon.
Such a big play from Freakazoid, able to just come from the backstab. And even though I know people in chat are probably going to be like, oh my god, Freak missed the double kill, he's so bad. No, it's honestly the fact that he was able to find that kill, and he takes down the bomb carrier, and then he's able to pull back and hide back onto ramp, and then his teammates were able to come in and swarm and help him out. That is perfect team play that came in from Mythic. The comms were perfect and crystal clear, giving themselves that much needed 5th round. So now we're going to the last round of this first half. And Mythic, an opportunity here where they could bring things back to a 6-6. And like we said, this is the strongest side for NRG on paper. So for them, they're wanting more than 6. This might actually be a great position for Mythic, all things considered, if they can find this to a tie half. And Freak, he's going to test things out here, but he only is able to find that 1 duel. Cooper, the Abadir brother, able to get some revenge on for Freak and leaving it to a 3-3 with 1:26 left.
Very early duels leading to even footing. Cooper, Truck, Hate, Hext, oSee, and Brehze. Pairs remaining. He does have his opposite in hand as well. Hate wins a critical duel. That was towards A. Pressure. A lot of information and a kill to boot. Feels like an NRG have to go towards B at this stage. Hext will take point, trying to find something. oSee towards Catwalk will pull off a bit of a pinch. Actually, they change gears. They find the player A, and now they go towards A. Cooper, though, in window, pushes forward, spots oSee, does so much damage. Does he win the duel? No, it's oSee to hold things down. He only needs 1 bullet to get the kill. The last alive is Truck. Again, I praised him in this first half. He's done quite well for himself towards the apartments, but a 1 versus 2 to tie up the scoreline heading into the second half seems like a lot of pressure for the young gun. He'll start from CT. He's got a nade. No smoke for the bomb defuse. He'll have to win this by fights and by defuse. There's not a lot of time left. Throw a nade towards ramp. Good idea. oSee's there. Not enough to finish him off, though. Tap the bomb, hoping to be given an individual duel. But no, it's Hext from jungle. He'll secure the advantage. Can NRG continue their tear? We'll see after the break. NRG. An okay start to the T side of Mirage. Can they continue on the CT? This is their map pick. They took the first. They took Overpass. Now they're trying to close it into its Pineapple, Phillips, and Laz on the mic. Mythic on the T side. Again, the HUD continuing to plague us. We're going to roll with the punches. A full 5 is in. Mixes the coach. It's a HUD bug caused by the coach slots being recently added to the game. We have oSee, Hexed, Daps, FaNg, and Brehze. Brehze is the 5th. Brehze is number 11, in case you're wondering. Mythic, though. No subtlety in this play. A straight play out the ramp. Brehze is the only one here. He was towards stairs, and he is caught immediately. FaNg, though, does trade. Freakazoid answers back in kind. 2 versus 3 for NRG as Mythic go for a no-nonsense play towards A. Bomb will hit dirt shortly. Daps and Hexed. I'll have to try and bring it back. Daps has a kit. He has a smoke. Issue is there are 3 T-side players all playing towards the middle side of things, and that makes this a very difficult defuse to attempt.
Yeah, this is great positioning right now for Mythic. They just got to make sure that they don't over-peak this. Smoke comes in. It's a little bit on the wide side, but they do have the kit, so they're going to probably attempt to go for the stick here. They do a little bit of a tap, but there we go. Mythic, they just barrel in like a truck. They're able to find this pistol, and a really good, convincing one, too. Again, I love that aggression that we see from Mythic. Freakazoid able to find himself that multi-kill round, now sitting at 108 ADR. That was perfect. That's what we needed to see from Mythic. Changing things up a gear, switch up the pace a little bit, catch NRG off guard, and they did. Getting the bomb down, winning the round, has now guaranteed them some AKs with that MAC-10 and Galil's ready to go in the inventory.
They are ready. Upping the pace, upping the aggression. That smoke from Stanislaw probably what sealed their fate, honestly. Smoke the bomb a little bit more directly, and also it gives you a chance to jump up on default box to try and peek over the top. That's what somebody was going for, but smoke was just too far right.
Yeah, a little heavy-handed for sure. I think if you would have thrown that a little bit more on the left side, that could have been a lot better, because I think it was Hex that was trying to be on top of the default box and looking for a kill, but he was blocked off by the smoke and just making his vision so compromised. So that's, again, those minute details, right? The littlest things like that can really change things up.
It really can have tremendous knock-on consequences. Smokes towards the middle. That's towards top connector. There's the term. One was thrown towards the window as well. It's bottom.
Oh.
Underneath window? Okay.
Oh, interesting. Now, it always kind of makes me go, is it on purpose or is it not on purpose? Because, I mean, this smoke right here, obviously, it's going to block things off of the underpass players if someone's there. So Freak's just going to throw a nice smoke into connector. And Mythic are doing a good approach on this. They're taking this quite slow, but now NRG, they're slowly making their way towards this B site. And now, again, they only have pistols, so they don't have lots to brag about here. FaNg sitting in a decent position, just kind of baiting his team a little bit. Nades coming in. Oh, man, that's a great touchdown right there from Freak. And now they're just picking them apart. P250, this is where it starts to really suck with it. And looks like Mythic cleaning up the house here, leaving it just down to one player. It is Brehze by himself, strolling. And not much to do here. And a nice round coming in from Mythic and Nate. Pretty impressive. They keep all 5 players alive, and they can keep the money flowing.
Keep the money flowing. Bonus round up. FaNg was really just biding his time towards the bench there. You have to commit one way or the other. Either peek earlier with your teammates and fight as a group of 3, or fully commit to the bait, wait for a bomb plant, or wait for someone to get far closer, and then spring the trap. It's one of the two. You can't have a little bit of both. Sure, you get some surprise there by peeking late, but players are so far away that the pistol just can't hit the shots without teammates to support. Pause is called. Looks like a technical issue. Looks like a player, There's 5 on both teams, so hopefully it's not a large issue. There we go. It's actually solved very swiftly. NRG, rifles on deck, 2 M4s, a FAMAS, an MP9, and a wonderful mystery weapon for Brehze.
We'll never know.
We'll know eventually.
That's true.
This bonus round buy for Mythic is incredibly good. They went rifle heavy. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, a MAC-10. It's the only SMG in play. Pressure's already on for NRG. And in fact, I dare say they have the compromised buy in spite of this being a fully bonus round investment for Mythic.
Well, and that's the thing we were talking about, right? I mean, the CT size is so fragile right now with the way the economy and the meta is right now. So it makes it so much more problematic if you're starting to lose those players early on. And Mythic already starting things off on the 5-on-4. With Truck able to capitalize on the opening duel is huge. And Mythic are just kind of waiting things out. I love this. I think it's even Cooper that's still sitting in T-spawn, throwing the utility. That's going to go back into window. NRG just waiting in mid, re-aggressing on this, but they need to do something now. I mean, they're down the man. They need to find some kind of room and information. And FaNg, he tries to get aggressive on the long ramp, or mid-ramp, my apologies, but he's not able to do it. Hex does get a trade, but it's costly. They can't afford that.
You can't, you're just answering back. You have to deal some hits of your own first. Daps. Gotta be your hero maker in towards apartments. He has that MP9. He has to play close. Come on. Clears it. Daps, though, still wins it. Daps looking for more. Doesn't quite get it, but he does damage. And Hex now has an opportunity from jail. Back in this corner, an off angle. If they commit out, he could catch them as they fly through the window. 35 seconds left. They are burning down the clock. Both of the NRG players are here at this point. One's a little bit further up catwalk, worried about rotation. The other one, though, is ready at jail. They come. Drops down, caught by the first. A second, surely, perhaps, no. Hex still waiting. Does find one, knows oSee to find two. Catches the drop and catches the trade. Very well done from NRG to rotate, to be confident, and play as a combination. Play the crossfire right. They do re-ascertain their advantage by a very narrow margin. The issue is with only one player surviving, their buy is going to be difficult, whereas Mythic, off the back of their bonus, are able to go for a very solid full AKA investment.
Yeah, you can see even Cooper, I mean, a little bit of a misplay there. Like, he should have been still checking a corner at least. It looked like he just jumped out the window with the bomb in hand. He kind of thought this was a done deal. And that's the thing. I feel like that was a bit costly on their side for Mythic, and really good work coming in from oSee. The fact that he was able to push all the way through Cat, and then they were able to kind of pincer into those halls. So, great job from NRG to react back to this despite their gun situation. Like you said, this is more of a scrappy purchase, and kind of Mythic right now too. And Freak, oh, he just turns at the wrong time, giving FaNg an easy kill. Double players here underneath Porch. Are they going to expect this? A great molly. Smoke coming in. Now the jig is up. They know at least one player's there. Cooper not able to capitalize on the duel from apartments or Palace. And NRG, they're giving an opening here. And look at FaNg. He might be able to put a backstab on here. This is just looking problematic right now. A 2-on-5 in favor for NRG. They haven't lost a single person. oSee's the only one that's taking big damage. Hate needs to find multi-kills, and he's almost able to find 3.
Very nearly bails them back out of it. He's been the one to bring them back from the brink. He does get 2, but be enough. Probably not. Flom. IGL versus 3. They're all at connector. That's a saving grace. oSee's low. Another thing that he could exploit. Doesn't have the bomb, though. Flom's going to be content with taking the duels. Pressuring forward, trying to play the smoke. No one's getting antsy. No one's getting over-aggressive, though. They're just playing together, playing as a unit, and letting Flom do all of the work. Beacon. Flom spots the first. Cannot get a kill, though. 10 seconds left. He has to go for a bomb plant if he wants a chance in this round. Dap spotting the cross. The MP9 at range is masterful in his hands. He does not miss. NRG win the scrappy buy. Keep 4 alive. Or 3 alive, excuse me. And that does miracles for the CT economy. They can finally begin to equalize. They prevent the bomb plant. That means Mythic are going to be on pistols. That means NRG should have an easy go at it in round number 17. And hopefully have the economy required to push themselves across the line.
Yeah, and I would have loved to see that Cooper again. Like, if he had a molly, he could have used that from Palace, throwing it underneath balcony, then allowed Freak to be able to have that information. Because you could see he was trying to clear every single angle with not using any utility, and that cost him his life. So, and then the fact the bomb was Palace by itself too, and that's the problem. Like, if you get taken out, the bomb is going to be in the worst position, and that's why Flom, like, he was looking for duels, and like you said, doing all the work, because he had to go all the way back to picking it up, making it more of a troublesome situation for him. But these are kind of the little mistakes that we're starting to see now from Mythic that's starting to cost them these rounds. And now it's going to be P250s with the Tech 9. Hate sitting the only player left with the PC utility. FaNg holding a nice tight angle. Close here with oSee. And Mythic, actually, they back off on mid. But with one PC utility, with one smoke, what on earth could be the game plan right now?
Finding their time. Going to go for a pop play, perhaps. Maybe a cat split. Straight play. Actually looks like a mid play is on the cards, potentially towards connector. 2 and underpass being spotted by oSee. The info, they'll race out. Flom taking point. It's Truck Lover, in fact, to behead him. Hex finds one. Flom, though, takes down another. Things are getting awkward and quick. It's a 3 versus 2, still in favor of NRG, but Mythic are doing a bit of damage here. Brehze will drop Flom. Brehze will double down for Truck, stems the bleeding, keeps 3 alive. That's good for this CT confidence and economy as they cross that double-digit threshold. Last, I want to give you an update as well on the other series.
Oh, tell me about
this close qualifier. Party Astronauts have bested G3 2-0, 13-8 on Ancient, 13-11 on Anubis. So Party Astronauts are waiting for the winners of this series in the upper bracket finals.
Yes. And again, for anybody that was not really aware, that was G3 were replacing Rocket, given the situation with Droid. Debacle. All the drama. But only a map 2 here. Still a close game, despite NRG hitting the double digits too, so Mythic have done a really great job to making this a very competitive series thus far.
They have good swing from Hex and FaNg. Hate is going to trade. FaNg, good for one, but Hate has gone triple before finally being taken down. Giving us even footing. The bomb, though, is very far removed from the current situation. That means one has to double back. That's Freakazoid electing to do so. oSee should have had that kill on a silver platter, yet he only gets the dink. Brehze now in a 1v2. Bomb is slowly working its way back. Brehze, though, passing by Truck. Was the jump heard? It was. Truck doubling back, finds the kill. Very heads-up play from him to get a double when it matters most, to bring Mythic back from what felt like the brink. NRG. I mentioned they should be building a CT economy, but that's not the case. Their money's all over the place and not in a good way. FaNg at 1900, oSee at 1850, Daps at 3150. They might even discuss a save in this round. Tactical pause might not be out of the question.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, especially if Mythic can find this round, I mean, this is where we probably will see a timeout coming in from NRG. I don't think they've actually called any tacticals yet. It's been Mythic that have actually utilized them on the previous map too. So I'm kind of wondering what's going to be not a breaking point necessarily, but the point of that, though, the first timeout to be called. But they must feel comfortable right now. Hex is in a good position. Nice angle. Can still pull back a little bit here. And he's still able to find multi-kills in this situation. So now, giving Mythic a bit of a funnel to go through. And Hate does get a trade, but again, not favorable. Still a 3-on-2 in favor for NRG. Bomb's going to go down. A HE and a flash remain here for the T's. In a tough situation, because you can see both of them. One is on bench. One's just going towards left corner. They need to find a duel. They need to be able to remove a threat somewhere here, Nate.
Yes, they do. For Nate. Everybody got on the back of sight. Does secure the first. The second also. Hate and Cooper. One apiece. The last is towards Catwalk as well. Spotted. The information's gained. Brehze has an AK in hand. The spam is good, but it's just so little damage. Cooper caught. Brehze looking for the second. Does he get it? It's not given to him. The lack of a kit seals his fate. He'll get the kill at long last. Will he survive? No is the answer to full scorched earth policy. The issue is NRG went all in on that round, and anything short of a victory is a failure.
I love that coordination, though, from Mythic again. Like, both of them just playing close together. The fact that Hate was able to put himself in the bench and not over-peaking. There was so much discipline there, even though, you know, that Brehze was spamming him away. Like you said, the damage is just terrible. It does nothing. It's more of a, you know, kind of like tenderizing them a little bit, but good discipline coming in from them. They're able to find that, you know, double kill right away, making it very problematic here for Brehze. And now the pistols are out. No timeout's going to be called, but look at how fast they're pushing onto the halls. They're going to try to do this as well. Brehze just going to go through Palace by himself. Bomb's going to be retrieved here from Cooper. And NRG, they're all over on the other side of the map. And Mythic, they don't even have to go onto this right away. They have so much time still on the clock. And look at how fast NRG have now rotated all the way to A. That bomb is on A ramp, but as soon as Flom gets any information, they can just pull back and go right back to B.
Yes, they can. Question is, how much information will Flom be given? 1 or 2? Kind of par for the course for an A-side hold. Anything more is definitely a stack. Freakazoid finds the first. Now the push is going to be on. Issue is that upgraded pistols now on the ground. USPs are all that remain for FaNg, Hex, and oSee. Player under the balcony, not long for the world. oSee and Hext, in fact, are both out of the round. The last alive is FaNg. He's hiding towards Ticket. And he is beheaded by Flom. The Stream King takes him down and ties us up. We're at 10 apiece, ladies and gentlemen. And the money for NRG is still not the best of cases. DAP's below 4K. Can't tell where Brehze is at, but I'm sure it's a very similarly desperate spot. No op will be purchased. And if Brehze doesn't pick up a kit, then nobody will have one. Mythic. Going off a bit of a bonus with that Mac 10 and that Galil. But definitely riding the momentum.
Oh, they definitely are. They're starting to get things back, and this is what we were talking about, right? This is the threat that Mythic have been doing so well lately. But it's a question if they can keep themselves moving in this kind of direction. Big investment coming in from NRG, and MP9 here for Daps. A swing coming in from FaNg, actually. Freakazoid, he was caught off guard. I think he actually had some util out. Not expecting someone to peek like that. Good flash coming in deep on mid, too. So NRG now have taken the tack that they want to crunch mid. They're going to hold on to this, and FaNg alone has been able to find himself 3. Just taking everybody out single-handedly, leaving it a 4-on-2. Mythic now leaving it to Flom and Truck. Desperate for multi-kills. Not an easy situation. Bomb is retrievable. But man, oh man, the lack of utility is going to make it worse for wear here, Nate.
The lack of utility will hamper them. Truck and Flom at least both have AKs. They have next to no information. 2 versus 4. Aggression from Brehze towards ramp as well. So much commanding control for NRG. It feels like they might have just found a way to get back into it off the back of FaNg's heroics.
It's about time.
About time for an individual to fully wake up. oSee, off angle holding top con. Good kill on the first. Can fall back. Notice the second is likely there as well. That nade doesn't even do that much either. Bomb boxed in towards jungle. oSee goes for the ego peek. That costs him, but Hex is ready to trade. 11 to 10. Again, it's back and forth. It's no one's game thus far. Anybody's game is a better way to put it. NRG, again, just edging out the lead just slightly.
Yeah, and this is the thing, too. Like we said, when these rounds are going to go back and forth, I mean, it's going to favor Mythic in terms of if they're getting the bomb down, they're going to get that extra money. The guns are a lot cheaper, so this is a dangerous game that NRG could be playing, but we'll see what's going to happen for this round. I mean, one more needed here for map point, map, and series point. Mythic now riding on some big pressure. Player already pushing on underpass. oSee doesn't have the op. Instead, he's got a FAMAS. And they're doing a great job just putting triple players going a 1-3-1. Mythic going to abandon the mid control. They don't even want to entertain that idea. So they might even just try the old A crunch right now. Cooper by himself and T-spawn with Flom. He's able to start things off. FaNg gets something here. Squeezing one player out. Making it back to the 4-on-4. Nades are starting to fly in. Mythic giving a little bit more of their presence known here. Now the smoke wall is going to come through, blocking off the whole right side. Brehze and FaNg, they got a great crossfire here, though.
Good adjustment in light of the likely A play. Cooper jumping up, trying to take point, holding for the under balcony push. He'll go towards Sandwich, jump onto Brehze's head, but Brehze will win the duel. Flom trades galore. In fact, as Brehze finally falls, Hate trying to do it all, finds one. The MP9 of Daps tries its darndest from the stairs, but in a 1v2, it just doesn't have the stopping power. He does so much damage, but he can't get across the line on either front. Mythic again tie things up, and the issue is when you go blow for blow, when you go back and forth, it just favors the T side because of the economic constraints faced by the defense.
Yeah, and that was getting really scary. And again, like you said, it was good adjustments coming in from NRG. The fact that they, had a good crossfire in Sandwich and balcony, and there wasn't really any utility to flush either of those positions out. And I was thinking that was going to be a bit more of a really bad situation and something that was getting cooked up here a little bit, but Mythic doing a great job, and Hate once again putting up some big numbers. He's sitting at 20 kills right now. The next closest person is Truck and Freak. So it's great to see that Hate has been able to really step up and feeling a lot better about himself, like we talked about in the pre-show. And he was on balcony. He was able to find, I think that was a triple kill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Aw, damn.
Slow. Neither team wants to give away an advantage. Neither team wants to get overly assertive. We have a player top mid and FaNg. He's tucked away. Calculated aggression with that support from Hext. No way they expect FaNg here.
Uh-oh.
Sin gets the spot, gets the tags, does get the kill, but it was a very belabored fight when it should have been clean, or could have been clean, I should say. Daps now pressing in towards the apartments, hoping that early duel's drawn them away. NRG, though, another gamble. Gamble towards B, sending over a third player outside window. It's not the right call, though. Nobody here. Rotation back from oSee. Will he be ready? The deagle in hand. He's looking for the players coming up connector. The first secured. A second on the cards, but does not connect. The player down below towards Tetra's. Brehze left to do it all, and he does nothing. No resistance offered. Daps and Hexed. 5-7 and USP, both towards connector. And both now smoked out of the site. Bomb will hit dirt. Mythic. Likely 12th off the back of this.
Definitely a possibility right now. Still a 3-on-2. AK does get picked up from Hex, so yeah, they're just going to get out of here. And I'm not sure if they're going to be aware where that other gun is, but I think actually it's right in front of truck, so there's no way that's going to get picked up here from NRG. So Hex will be the one that can save it. Good call, though. Again, Daps does have full armor. And an AK with a molly is a pretty decent way for them to go into this next round. But Mythic, like you said, have put themselves on the match point. Something they haven't been able to do yet. Oh, man, this thing could be just screaming overtime. With how we've been seeing this game going. It's so back and forth. We'll have to see how well Mythic can handle this pressure.
Yeah, NRG made the conscious decision to save for overtime. They have to have something planned here. Op is a big one. That's a boon for oSee. There isn't one on the other side to challenge either. It could be a very big adjustment that could give them the edge that they need. I think all five going towards mid or B. An early stack, perhaps an early lean. Will NRG be ready? oSee riding out, looking towards underpass. No one is here. In fact, Mythic stop in their tracks and go back to a more stock standard default. One player lining up smokes for middle, that's Freakazoid. Another just spotting towards A ramp in truck.
Yeah, there's just so much tension right now, too. Again, Mythic are just trying everything to wait things out. NRG, they've gone over this a few times where they just put a lot of pressure in mid, leaving it a 1-3-1 setup on the CT side. Wanting that control of mid. Split this thing right down the middle. Mythic have had problems in the past with this. So we'll see if they're going to do something a little bit differently. A nice flash that actually removes oSee out of the position, but he's quick back on it here with the big green. Starting things off, giving them the opening duel in their favor. Bomb is going to be dropped with that kill. It is retrievable, but again, that makes it a little bit more of a tough situation right now for Mythic. They are going to have that three players here in mid. Grouped up with, I believe that's truck, actually just on A ramp. So they're going to try to crunch onto this A possibly. But NRG, I mean, they only have 35 seconds they have to worry about here, Nate. Time is ticking.
Time is ticking. There's some nades on Daps and Hex, perhaps deny a bomb plant. oSee should be the first at bat, though. Player ramp, truck, finally getting aggressive, finally trying to spot something out on the site. Goes for the peek, has the right idea, but does not hit the shot. oSee's posted and ready, waiting with open arms. Further advantage secured, and FaNg now in the window, totally unexpected. This angle is perfect. He finds two, not quite the third, but the damage is done. We are going to overtime. oSee finding the kill with the op, finally bringing them back, and there we go. We get to see the scoreboard. I wanted to know where Brehze was. Brehze is atop the server at 22 kills.
Yeah, he's doing really, really well. And yeah, like you said, it's with obviously the HUD not working very well. We've been kind of wondering where he's been sitting. And no, he's doing a great job. And he was one of those players that, you know, I was criticizing a bit to see on the NRG team what he can bring and if he can get back into decent form. And yeah, he comes up big so far, leading the charts. 12-12. I said this thing was smelling overtime, and it is. Cooper now going to lock in the op here with the 10K that comes in. Mythic switching up a little bit. Cooper hasn't really had too many opportunities to put the big green to work. oSee, good movement. Now going to go into ladder. So he gets himself some good positioning. Is Mythic going to be aware of this, though? FaNg still putting good pressure on the mid-ramp. Mythic have not been able to figure out how to remove this threat.
If not, FaNg in middle has been an ever-present threat. Once in a while is here, and for once he is taken down, dispatched, Freakazoid in underpass, wins the duel outright with the AK in hand. oSee now is going to try to get aggressive with the op. He has the right angle, the right idea. The challenge with Cooper. The challenge he will not fail to meet. Kill secured. Player count back at even footing. I say that, but Daps the IGL chimes in with a kill on the truck towards the apartments. The last three now going up connector. Hex spotting for it, finds the first, gets the information. Brehze again in the back lines, ready towards Tetris if required. These last two are just stuck on an island and behind a smoke. Hate and Flom. Flom has the op. NRG content with just keeping them in a box.
Yeah, you can see Hate's already going on bench. He's just going to creep on through. He's not making any noise with the utility. This is all about dry peaks. That shadow should give it away a little bit here. Hex does spot it. It's the tiniest little bit of an advantage. And NRG respond back here with 3 players alive, keeping the money flowing. I believe the op still was in rotation. Yes, it was, so it's all good. But yeah, that's a great round from NRG, reacting well. But yeah, I mean, again, Mythic are having such a hard time with this mid control. We haven't really seen them find a good counter. Freak finally does get that opening duel, like we said, on Underpass, because that's where he kept falling every single time. But despite FaNg only having 18 kills, he's not like leading the top fragging necessarily. He's doing a great job, like you said, just a thorn in the side in mid.
He's got a lot of really good multi-kills, I think is the main thing that FaNg's been getting. It's been hit and miss. As you can tell, it's actually negative in terms of KD, but is very impactful multi-kills. That play in towards jungle in that final round of the second half. The push top mid for the 3K. A lot of really impactful multi-kills that kind of swing rounds into his team's favor. I'll have to see if that trend continues. oSee, migratory on the op. This time around, he's in towards apartments, holding a very interesting niche angle. Not the deepest, but also not the most shallow.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And unfortunately, I feel like Mythic, they've kind of taken some, dry peaks into oSee. So he's been just having a field day, right? I mean, he's just getting a lot of easy kills, putting the op to work. A little bit of flashes now. He's still going back for it.
He's playing these angles that you don't flash off because you don't expect them. Getting into ladders so quickly, totally unexpected. This weird angle on the balcony is flashed, but not specifically. You don't expect an op to be in this kind of weird angle. Push, though, from Mythic finally up middle. Reached oddly little resistance. They'll go up catwalk. I like the idea from Daps throwing the Molotov, but now, alone, oSee loses the Opera's duel. Freak goes right off the back of that. Drops Hexed. FaNg and his teammate Brehze. 2 impactful players. The multi-kill ability of FaNg and the top frag ability of Brehze have to bring them back into this one. But in a 2 versus 5, it really does not seem like a feasible situation.
No, this is not looking good at all. I mean, right now, the money's still a little bit high here. I was thinking FaNg could get out of there maybe. But Brehze does just have to sit in the back here. He's got the M4. We know we can't see him on the HUD, but yeah, he's going to have to keep that investment alive. Just so they can, get the guns purchased. If he can find this kill on the Hate, that's going to be extra. Oh, but the timing couldn't have been worse. He throws a nade and Hate capitalizes well. We're right back to a tie game. Oh boy. We said this was going to be close, and man, oh man, are they making it true. This just, it just feels like, again, it's teeter-totter. This thing is back and forth on each side, and nobody's able to get really big consecutive leads.
No, they aren't. It's blow for blow. The only saving grace that CT side has is the fact that is overtime, and they start out with 10K. 13-13, though, you mentioned back at square one. The magic number, for those of you wondering, is 16. If you win 4 out of the 6 rounds in overtime or get to 16, then you win. If it ends up at 15-15, we start all over again with 6 more rounds of overtime. Or up to 6 more rounds, I should say. Get another Opera's duel, perhaps on the cards. Cooper and oSee. Cooper has begun to wake up as well. That's a very scary prospect to consider. I think, again, a very slow and measured T side.
Yeah, it's great pacing, though. Again, they're really just getting feels out. Not giving too much away. But NRG have actually switched up their game plan, too. So instead of it kind of being a 1-3-1 that we've seen pretty much over and over, they've actually put a lot more lean here on mid and connector and really just giving up the A site. So they're just going to play full retake on this, which I don't mind. And that's switching things up. And that's going to put Mythic in a bit of a moment of like questioning and scratching their head a little bit. But I think there's some lurk coming in. I believe if that's Truck, yeah, there he is, just underpass right now. Going to see what he can find in middle and connector. This could be really important. He might be able to catch one off guard if he's lucky. oSee's right there. Freak starts things off, gets the opening duel. But what does Truck do? He's in such a big position right now. He needs to take down this threat of the AWP. FaNg's coming in from the back line right now. This could be a devastation right now. FaNg might be able to just sweep this round away. The trigger discipline's there. Oh no! He actually gives his position away. Still gets a kill on the Cooper. Takes down the op. Now, NRG bringing it back to a 3-3. Problematic now for Mythic. They got the utility though, Nate. They do have that molly. Flom needs to find this kill, and he does. But it's a 1-1. This thing is just trade city. I don't know how we're in this position now. But FaNg now needs to just commit to a ninja defuse. It's a bit of a fake. And I think Mythic, they might be able to find this one unless he can continue this stick. Oh my goodness, you've got to get this spray.
He gets it. It's
over.
over.
Does he get this?
He gets the kill and the defuse to boot in the final round of the first half of overtime number 1. That's a lot of words to say. 14-13 for NRG, entering their favored side, as you said, their T side. This is where they have the advantage. This is where they secured 7 in regulation. The question is, can they get it across the line? Can they succeed under the pressure? Mythic, they have that op again for Cooper. He's not shying away from it. He's going to go for the investment. He has been pretty solid on it once he got it in hand. NRG, they're going for the same weapon as well for oSee. The question is, who's going to win the duels? Where does oSee go for the pick? It's towards the B apartments. No one's here, though. Mythic, lot of pressure once more on middle.
I just can't believe it, FaNg. He's just been lights out, man. He's just been doing such a great job, and that's the worst thing about these new smokes, right? I mean, it's even worse than it used to be in CSGO. I mean, the ninjaing is just, it just makes it even feel worse because you're like spraying through so much. A dry swing, or not even a dry swing, a flash comes out and Brehze. You can just see him swiftly going across the screen, taking down Cooper. And now NRG, they got themselves into the site, but actually, I think the bomb's actually on all the way to the back of the entrance of a B apartments here on the T side, so they're not even putting pressure for the bomb to go into A. And Mythic, they're trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. They have site control. They have dabs and T-spawn. They now have connector control. So it was part of their ruse, just forcing their players to slow things down. The bomb is indeed coming towards A. Daps going to be pressured here. There's a flash, but it's not going to be used. It's going to be a walk-in instead, and Daps splits the goalpost, does damage, but can't get a kill in either regard. 4 versus 3 now for Mythic, and the op of oSee misses twice on Catwalk. Hex will bail his teammate out, but oSee's low. The rifles just might stand a chance. Flom in window finds one. That's Hex. Back to an advantage for Mythic as the bomb slowly ticks away. Smoke down for Top Con makes it so difficult. FaNg and Ramp has to do it all yet again. He's found the first. He's low on HP. The op zooms in on the smoke. He's waiting for the call. Misses the shot, but the defuse has not been attempted. Freak finds the first. Defuse coming in. The lineup is there, and oSee bails them out in a big way. 15-13 as the stars do align for NRG.
Are you not entertained? And that's what you get. And that's oSee doing oSee things right there. Getting the collat, insult to injury, now putting them on series point. Oh my goodness. That is a devastating loss here for Mythic. They did all the right things to get themselves back into that round. And it slips away. A blind shot, one shot to hit, and oSee does it in stellar fashion too, nonetheless. Mythic now full guns back out here again to see what they can do. But like you said, 1st to 16, NRG just need this last round and it's over. Mythic pushing for overtime through all this chaos.
Pushing through the individuals are getting across the line. It's not this fanciful strategy. Daps entering out of Palace finds one. Freakazoid a good trade, but again, site control taken towards A. Somewhere around though, the bomb is not across the map. It is here and it's hitting dirt quickly. Op of oSee will not fail to find a frag early on like it did in the last round. It will find it quickly. 4 versus 3 secured again. Map and series point for NRG. Time about a third of the way gone on the bomb at this stage. Flom, Truck, and Freakers would have to pull it out. Brehze finds one Hex, the second. The last alive is Truck Lover. The Young Gun, he's found the first, but so many more to worry about. The player behind is harassing, and FaNg will swing off the contact. 16-13, not as clean as map number 1. In fact, neither was clean, but NRG still take both when it comes to the bitter end.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing is, I think, despite this being a 2-0, I think NRG, there was a lot of questions.